Alright, how we doing, ladies and gentlemen, over on the YouTube side, as well as those of you sitting in my Twitch chat at the moment. You guys are all the absolute best. You've been killing it with support, and I have a little bit of info for you. I don't know if it was a slip-up, I don't know if my guy genuinely meant to talk about it, or what have you, but there is a very niche section. But I have Hamish's own words saying when the reset is going to be. So I'll let our boy take it away for about like a minute and some change here, and then we shall have a bit of a talk about what our man has given us here. So let's go.
Are there plans for an action targeting option? I think we're pretty happy with the targeting options we have, but they could be expanded. No, that's too early. Don't do it pre-Christmas. If we do it, it's going to be because we have other things that make sense to put in with that kind of reset. So there will be reasons.
So you just saw right there, I think I went a little too early, but our boy said that his reset angle will have a reason behind it. There will be either a new character, I'm assuming, or maybe new dungeons, or those sorts of things. I'll skip back just a little bit, because I think I went a little too early. It's around like 58 here. He's really focused on this mob pack. Shame he's stuck in Adept. I can carry him.
Anything in the pipeline around supplies and using other materials, for example gold, to purchase them, also from a POV around gearing and alt. We've got discussions about things that we want to do for alt gearing. Had an interesting discussion today about, particularly gems and alt gearing, so could be some interesting things happening there. First reset, what did I miss? Currently looking around a pre-Christmas reset.
And there we have it, boys. A pre-Christmas reset. So, if we were to assume what that's going to be is probably, I would assume mid-December, or early December, most likely. Probably maybe second week, I want to say. So pre-Christmas, they would want it to lead into probably around the 25th area. So, assuming what they probably want is to catch maybe Christmas break and whatnot during like school and what have you. So that would give us, as it currently stands, current week and then next week. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe 5, 6. So it would be a reset about 6 weeks from now, which would put us around like 11th to 15th area. I'd say they'd probably want to aim for about the 15th, give or take, were they to do a pre-Christmas reset. Now, like I was saying before, is the primary thing that they need to be cognizant of is the midnight release, but the midnight release has also been rumored to be a lot of different times. If you look it up right now, it says it'll be in June, but then there's also rumors it'll be in February. So if it's going to be in February, then putting the reset in December puts it at a 2-month reset at this point, because the game came out on the 15th. So, or the 16th, sorry. So if they were going to do 2 months exactly, it would be December 16th from there, right? But then 2 months from that would put you February 16th for the next reset. And if that's the case, if Midnight does launch in February, they are pretty much kind of in trouble at that point. However, like I said before, they have shown that they're willing to delay things for other games. Like they showed early on that they were willing to delay their release for Battlefield 6, even though it was not even in like the same cross genre whatsoever. They just knew it was going to take so much of like the main stage game-wise, so they decided to move their release window backwards as a result for it. Did it help? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It had no impact on me whatsoever. Just delayed me from playing the game I wanted to play more, which was a bit of a shame. But yeah, so the thing that I'm curious the most about is, like I said, they said that they're going to reset with a purpose at the start there. So hopefully that means a new character, is my assumption. Either a new character or a new dungeons, or a new mechanic, or maybe they reset with Eternal Solo Queue. Maybe they don't actually put it in the season. But then if that's the case, now if there's going to be 2 month seasons, that changes a lot of things for a lot of people. And then on top of that, from what we've seen, there is no mention whatsoever of an eternal realm. Most of the seasonal games, like Diablo and PoE and all this sort of stuff, will have a standard realm where all of your gear and all of your stuff goes after said seasons are done. So in this case, if they were to do it the regular way, what you're playing right now is season 1 basically, or season 0 for example, this would become the Eternal Realm / Standard League or whatever it is. And then they would add a new one, which you would go and then opt into. I don't think they can do that though, because I don't think they have the player base to split the population. Because if nothing else, you'd wind up with 4 tanks in Eternal, and 4 tanks in the Standard League, and then 4 tanks in the entirety of the new season, which I think would cause a bit of a problem, unfortunately. So that, just as a concept, is going to immediately hurt some of the player base. Because even with just saying that there's a reset that could be happening anywhere from now, not only has changed my current plans of what I was doing, because I was assuming anywhere from 3 months, oh, that's a little bit of a camera angle choice, anywhere from around 3 months to 6 months, to which with that's where I was going to try and do, 9 character Eternal and all that sort of stuff. So now if I'm going to go about doing that, I really have to put my fucking ass in gear. However, for the average casual, it kind of goes the polar opposite. Is people struggling in Adept now are arguably going to just stop on a spot, or stop on the spot, right? Because now that they have the information of when the reset is, it's like this psychological mental effect of like, well, now it's not worth it. Now I might as well not play, because it's all going to get reset anyway, so I might as well just not do anything. This feels too early, personally. I've just hit Paragon, but I know a lot stuck in Adapt won't make it very far, or will kill the drive to grind knowing it's gone in a month. Exactly. So like I said, I don't think, that's not like a full announcement, right? That's not like a full announcement. But just a slip up like that gets caught by and exposed by content creators like me, because that's the sort of information that's really important. So now for me, for example, I'm going to go through and plan out like a whole bunch of stuff for season reset, because I want to try and compete. I want to try and go for a cool leaderboard spot. Now that I like know what I know about the entire process all the way up, I'm going to make fucking spreadsheets, plans, strategies, starter builds, all of which, as much of which as I can show, by the way, is going to be on the channel, because I'm going to have to keep some for myself for my own tech and whatnot. But, yeah, like now I'm going into like competition prep rather than like memeing as much. I'm still going to be like memeing the whole way through, because at least for me, like now the last month of the season is just going to be like a turbo meme. Like now I'm absolutely galaxy chilling through like the entirety of November just about, because like why push for season, especially like why push for trims late November, for example, because they're just going to get reset. Why push on the final season or the final like mini season week, because it's just going to get reset and you're going to lose it all. So, yeah, I just showed a clip from Hamish that says that they're aiming for a pre-Christmas reset. So if we're going off of current release windows, then that's going to look probably December 16th. So I would say 11th to 16th of December kind of area. So that's pre-Christmas. 2 months exactly from the game release would put us on December 16th. And we will have to see if there's going to be like a bunch of lag, a bunch of fucking queues again, dude. Oh my god, we'll see. But this is the thing, is like, I don't know. Obviously the population will spike again because that's what normally happens on like wipes and whatnot. All the hardcore players and hardcore squads will come back and turbo play like crazy. Because like I said, is especially with the way the game's progression system currently works, after the hardcore, it's like a twofold problem. After the hardcore pushers push to Eternal, they get their leaderboard spot and they get their trims. They've beat the game. They have no more reason to play for the rest of the season. They got their maximum trim for their character they play. Unless they want to push for even higher leaderboard spots, there's no reason to play whatsoever, right? Unless you're playing like me and fucking around with people and, having a good time and memeing around, then as a hardcore pusher, there's not much reason to actually log in and play, aside from to play just for fun because you enjoy the game, which of course I do. But most people playing for competition will like grind for a week, burn out, and then go do something else, right? And then they'll come back next season. So, what do we think, boys? What do we think? Because now, what I think I'm probably gonna do is start to think about what I want to do for a static plan, who I want to get in said static, because I want to turbo degen for like the first week of the season. And then now I think I'm gonna go into buildcraft and like more like for fun stuff, especially for the next like month or so, because I think I've got some semblance of a plan. I think I could genuinely do 0 to Eternal in a day if I have a full stack. If not a day, 2 days for sure. But we'll see. It's fine. Just make sure I get better at the classes I want to before then. But I don't like it. It's too soon for me personally. That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking about. It's like, is it too soon? But then, like, this is the thing. It's like, for us Eternal pushers or Eternal players, we've already beaten the game. We're already in low Eternal. Like, where's the cutoff for, when people are screaming when reset, right? And maybe they're assuming that, like, by December, then people will have pushed. Like, the thing about it as well is, like, if we're stuck in Adept right now, those people by December should, in theory, be, like, end of para, if not early Eternal. However, since there's no Eternal solo queue, everyone winds up end of para unless they use either my LFG or the Fellowship Discord LFG in general, which nobody really wants to do. I mean, like, you guys are using our Discord and it's absolutely awesome, but if you guys had the ability to just click Q on Eternal solo queue, it would be a much different story. You could just do that, right? You just get toxic fucking shitters all the time and it would still suck, and we would, you guys will still end up here eventually because we're playing some chill games and whatnot. But you at least have the option to Eternal solo queue. So maybe next season launches with like, this is the thing now, is like we have to think about the cadence of like the effect on like long-term patching and what have you. Because now, since it's going to be 2 months, does that mean that it's going to be like every 1 month is going to be a big patch, like a big mini patch, like Mako's rework plus all the tank stuff, plus all the extra like other patch notes and whatnot? But like it's like I kind of said, was week 1 was a small mini patch, so they don't disrupt the pushers and their gear and whatnot, and their plans. Then week 2 is like, what is it? Week 2 was like a full rework and overhaul of Mako and buffs to tanks and buffs to resources and like basically trying to problem solve, plus the new skins and whatnot. So that was kind of a problem solve angle. And then we'll see what happens this Thursday, where like if they're going by the same cadence, this Thursday would be like a little mini patch. And then next Thursday would be a relatively large one, which would the Thursday after that would be mid-November, right? So this Thursday would put us at the 6th. Then the next one will be 13th. Then it would be like mini patch on the 20th, big patch on the 27th. And then like this is the thing, is like there's no point now for them to release like a character mid-season. Unless they want to go for 2 characters, which is crazy. But like with it being 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, like a month and a half maybe from here now, there's really no point, because it's like what, 45 days I think to reset now. It's like the 4th, so 16th, so math. I don't feel like doing that math. It's not that long. But like there's no point in them releasing a character now, because that character will be figured out, at least I will have figured it out, by the time the season comes around, and then they lose like an X factor for the new season, right? Because for a lot of people, they'll come back for A, the ladder, B, the new stuff, and then C, to do new builds with the new stuff, right? So, will I be rerunning Tariq? I will be playing whatever the new character is, most likely, pretty much every season, and trying to push, like, ultra high ranks with them as much as possible. So sometimes I'm gonna get memed and like be stuck with some absolute turbo trash, and then sometimes I'm gonna hit an absolute god character on release day that is just so fucking overtuned I blow up the entire world, and it'll be great. So every season reset where I play a new character is going to be an absolute meme. So we shall see how it goes. But yeah, with the announcement of the reset, I will be recruiting for a full static to try and push the fellow showers to a genuine leaderboard spot and see how things go. So yeah, those of you over on the YouTube side, do let me know your opinions on the reset angle, if it's too soon for you, and also how far you've made it. If you've made it this far into the video, let me know where you are in the actual like pushing the pushing list here, because a lot of people are stuck here. But like I was saying, is I think if you just push past the Tazari, get into champ as well, and then get the champ weapons, you can start really blasting. And I think that's their assumption too, is that once they get the champ weapons, you'll start blasting from champ to Paragon. Then after you clear this and end, then after this, they're assuming a lot of people wind up at this wall, and then it's like, okay, now we have no eternal solo queue for some weird reason, and then, you know, game basically ends. So that might be why they're trying to do a quick reset as well, because they're realizing all the people at Eternal, the moment they prog Drac, are just falling off the face of the earth. Because I've already had people where I like queue Eternal. We go into Eternal, and then the guy says, yo, you guys are geared, want to back out and play Eternal? We say, no, not right now. And then they leave. So, like, they're definitely probably seeing internal stuff about how this system just, like, is causing problems of hardwalling here. And then, like, since there's no way to play this, the people are just literally griefing these games to try and turn these games into these teams. And couple that with the, you know, lever penalty, or lack of lever penalty, slash all the levers and problems that you're getting in fucking Vietnam over here. And they're probably looking for, like, how fast can we reset to clean up these fucking problems we've ran into, while still being able to offer something good. So let me know in the comments if you guys are all stuck in Adept to trying to push through. If you are, we are still doing Gear Week until Thursday, so it'll be another 2 days worth of carries. The boys have absolutely popped off. We've done 24 carries so far, and that was since the last time I updated it, which is probably even more by now. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think that reset is good. Reset cadence could bite them in the ass if Midnight does come out in February. If it doesn't, then they're absolutely cooking with the potential 2-month resets. My opinion, I'm happy with it, because I get to play a lot more of the game and do a lot more of the competition angle that I do genuinely enjoy. But even for me, at 2 months, like, after the end of month 1, I will kind of feel like my gear is worthless. So, like, even as it is, like, we're what, 2 weeks in? By, like, probably mid-November, like, I'm playing for the meme, you know? Like, I'm playing purely for fun and for content and to play with you guys, which is nice for me, because then, you know, the first week or 2 of the season, I really, really, really push, and then after that, I just chill out and do fewer games and hang out with you guys. But, even then, that does shift my perspective of how I plan on playing Fellowship going forward, and I assume it probably has already shifted yours as well. So, do let me know in the comments what your opinions are on the reset. Too soon, too quick, too late. Hotel Trivago.